Yo, good day, and welcome to another episode of the RoadFS Detail Boogie Podcast. Man, it has been quite the morning. I've been scrambling to get here on time, but fortunately, we're here. We got Rod in studio, and we have the amazing Josh Pierce, one of our favorite people, as
Yep.
a guest this morning. How are you, Josh?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Dude, we're
We're doing,
busier than a one-handed carpenter.
I
And
understand.
I am unbionic officially.
I see that.
So,
Yeah.
look,
I
I kind
can't
of like
use
the
it.
bionic look, though.
I can't use it. It's still skinny and looks weird, but at least I'm not bionic. And I wore my car candy shirt for Josh today.
Yeah,
You know,
I love
yeah,
that.
baby.
got my car candy shirt on. So Josh, apparently, talking to the people that know, this has been in the works for a long time.
Yeah, yep. We've been talking for several months and doing some things behind the scenes, and I tell you, I couldn't be more excited.
Dude,
Yep.
when I saw the announcement, I'm like, we got to have him on the show because I love what Car Candy has brought to the industry. I love their energy. I love their branding. I've played with a lot of their products. Mike Rhines was kind enough to send me a bunch of stuff. And so it's, yeah,
What am I,
sorry,
Mike?
Rod.
What am I, chopped liver over here? Come
Yeah.
on, man.
So,
No, you're good. I,
yeah,
I think I think we're gonna do this later on. We're gonna let people, everybody that's watching, or you three as well. We're gonna name our favorite so far, our favorite car candy product,
Okay.
and we'll just keep that in your mind because I have mine. I actually have two. It's hard to distinguish, but so this is you're going to be tell us your official title and what you're going to be focusing on.
So I am brand development director, and I'm kind of going to be in a little bit of everything. Real heavy in the sales end of things. Marketing, training. And then I think we're going to venture into some new product development and maybe refreshing some products we have. This is like probably one of the most exciting things that have ever happened. It is just, we are going to have so much fun with this.
well, and I think just by the comment thread that other people are super excited. I mean, it's like Sydney Bray-Grin, my guy. We got Stephanie. I got some car candy products in my glove box, detail subscription, good stuff. And we got smells great. And then from Buff and Tony, you and me both, Rod. I need to pick up some more candy stuff, car candy stuff to play with. But maybe I'll wait until Josh takes things up. I love that.
See, Tony,
And,
that's what I'm talking about. So,
and Jody and Rod are the OGs. Wow, thank you. I've never been called an OG except by my kid.
yeah, you know what it
But
stands
Josh
for,
is the
Jody.
goat.
She's not talking about the original. She's talking about old guys.
Okay,
Come
yeah.
on, man.
Dude, I was trying to take it as a compliment and you clipped
Yeah.
it. But that's
You
all
know,
good.
the thing is, like I said this morning, because Jody, we were talking about something about being old, and I said the only difference is that we just really look good doing this.
Oh, yeah.
So let's tell people where you are located physically in the world right now.
At this very moment, I am in Williamsburg, Iowa, at my training center in my little podcast studio. Most of my time is spent in Iowa City, Iowa, at my shop. But I got a feeling I'll be spending some time in Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds like
that
it.
would be my
Well,
guess.
I like your podcast booth. It's awesome because it has car stuff and it has a big comfy couch. And I
Oh,
keep
yeah.
telling Jody,
Well,
we need a couch. I
the
need to
couch
be
is
sitting
not
on my
that
bed
comfortable.
working.
Yeah, the couch isn't real comfortable, but it looks cool.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Just like me. So let's talk about are you guys going to be at SEMA?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Jody and I will not be at SEMA for the first time in
Really?
however long you can remember.
At
But
least 8
yeah,
years.
yeah. So Jody and I are taking a break from SEMA for 1 year. And we're talking to some people about some things, and you might possibly see us there sponsored by somebody else, or you might see us there sponsored by the same folks. But we're we're going to take a year off from SEMA, which is amazing. But
Well, you guys got a little bit of stuff going on, so
yeah, you're not. You're going to be doing shaking babies and kissing hands, as they say.
absolutely.
So you guys had the big announcement of people to come meet you. I think it's Thursday, right?
Yeah, I'll be there Thursday, Friday.
Thursday, Friday, 10 to 1, I thought I saw, or 10 to
I'm
11.
there all day.
All day. All right. So we got SEMA. And then what is your kind of plan for the upcoming 3 months into 2026? What can people anticipate from Josh, the new brand director? I love that title, too. Brand director.
Kind of cool. So, I mean, you'll be getting some phone calls from me, seeing who wants to get car candy in their, in their business. But we're working behind the scenes on some pretty cool stuff that may be coming out at MTE. That's all I can say. All I can say. We're going to have some new product launching at SEMA that's going to be really exciting. So we'll probably spend a good month or two trying to get that in people's doors. But I'm going to kick off some trainings here in the training center and start getting some car candy love spread around.
Well, it sounds like we'll be booking a trip to Iowa for some training at the car candy. And one of the really cool things about car candy is the Megan. So you get to work with Megan, which is, again, one of our favorite people. She's just so calm and like steady, and that's kind of how I look at you too. Kind of the whole car candy group. You guys are just sort of. So that's going to be awesome. And then MTE will definitely have to slip over to you guys. Yeah. Jody and Rod this year at MTE, we have 3 booths.
Ooh.
We're going to have the Detail Boogie booth, which primarily is going to be Jackie, and Jody and I will be switching back and forth. Then we have the RoadFS booth, which will be Jody and I slipping back and forth, and Ben. And then we'll have our podcast booth there as well. So
cool.
Can we add any more to an event?
Well, we can. And
I will tell you, you will not want to miss the car candy booth at MTE.
Yes, we will be there.
Okay.
We will be there.
And that's the art of a good brand director. You notice how he gives you a little teaser to reel you in? He's like, all right, yes, come meet me at SEMA. That's going to be cool just because I'm Josh Pierce in his nice, humble way, right? But the real teaser is Mobile Tech Expo. And so we'll be looking forward to that, making sure that we head over there.
Yeah, you have so many freaking comments.
Dude, the comments are blowing up, so I have to give just a section for blowing up. So Sydney was kind. No, I fully mean original gangster.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Sydney, you're so awesome.
Josh, you should bring car candy to the UK.
I will work on that.
I imagine that's in the works, knowing Megan and the team. And then we got Hurry Up to Rob and Jody. Rod, it's Rod.
Yeah, I just it doesn't matter, whatever. Yep, I'm coming to Iowa.
And Travis, what up, fellas?
Roberts, one of our good friends there in Kentucky. So, all right, what is Jody, Mr. Jody? What is your favorite so far of the car candy products?
Chocolate Thunder.
That's a good one.
Easy. Chocolate Thunder. Well,
I'm going to answer mine. I actually have 2 because I really like Chocolate Thunder because of the benefits of using that non-acid based wheel cleaner.
Yeah.
I really like it. Everybody plug your ears if you're a professional detailer. I really like it in an engine bay.
Oh yeah.
Engine bay, it is fantastic. So I don't even like the worm. I don't even like the word wheel cleaner because it's a non-acid based crud cleaner is what I call it. It works really good on an engine bay. It works great on rear ends, all kinds of stuff. If you got a big truck and the back end's all yucky,
that's where I use it.
The other thing I like, somebody mentioned it earlier too, Stephanie did, it's the smells. The fragrances that car candy puts into their stuff is fantastic. And I think that, the whole the whole idea of the car candy and the smells that go into it and stuff, it's a really cool thing. We always have a booth like right there, whether it's Anthony Carrera's milk truck or the with Megan and those. It's fantastic to have the smells and everything right there. Plus, you guys give away free Skittles. I mean, come on.
They did free ice cream last year.
Josh, your favorite car candy product?
I love Ceramic Shield. I don't know if you guys have used that yet. It's our ceramic quick detailer. Amazing product. My favorite use for it is we do kind of like a wash clay seal with it. Wash the car, spray it on, clay it real quick, dry it. Amazing stuff. Yeah, and I think that's something that's come around in the last couple of years is that that wash clay seal, kind of an all-in-one, in and out. And I think people need to kind of step back and take the benefits of that. Yeah. Because it's super fast. It is more eco-friendly if you're in a state that really doesn't want you having water and stuff on the ground, because you can use it and it doesn't get a lot of stuff on the ground. Use it with a rinseless and that is a good way to do maintenance, is just in and out, right? Super efficient, and the results are awesome.
Well, and here's what I'm gonna say that I'm excited about is this comment right here. Sarah Riles is going to be at Mobile Tech Expo, man.
Heck yeah!
And she can't wait to play with those chemicals.
So Sarah, you got to come by our booth as well. We'll bring something special for Sarah.
Yes,
she's like one of our original followers, and we just love Sarah. She's so cool.
She's amazing.
Yep. In fact, I got to get that ordered for what we're doing for her and Jackie and a couple others. So,
Yep. Some of the others, Sydney, Megan.
So,
yep.
Be super fun.
So and Mike's Marine Care with the engines too. That's absolutely one of my favorites for the Chocolate Thunder. Now it's still a harsh chemical. I mean, it's not acid based, but it's still something you want to wear a mask. Your PPE, you need to have it on because it gets you. If you want to clear out some lung butter, you just take a big old whiff of Chocolate Thunder. You're good, man.
I'll put that in the training manual.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It'll clean you right out. So, so you guys have new stuff coming in. That's super awesome, and I think that's what's innovative in the market is really the chemicals that can help us get help detailers get their job done faster, and more efficiently. So car candy products. Let's go over a couple of the things. They're pre-mixed, or do you need to do mixing ratios with them, or both?
A little bit of both. We've got Chocolate Thunder, which we have in a ready-to-use version and a concentrated version. Really, just kind of read the pre-label.
Yeah.
There's a lot. What do you mean read a label? What is that nonsense?
That is one cool thing about them is they have really good instructions on the back of the label.
Yeah. So there you go. Man, I can't believe how many comments are coming in. So,
I know it's blowing up.
Yeah, and one thing, I'm sorry, I'm going to spill the beans right here. Car Candy's coming out with a new chocolate bar for Chocolate Thunder, and no, they're not. They're not. It's a non-acid based candy bar. That's the problem I think with Chocolate Thunder is some of those. It smells like a chemical, but not like an iron remover or a wheel cleaner. But some of those smell so good that there's some people on the lower end of the spectrum that might drink that stuff. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't drink it.
Why are you calling me out like that?
Hey, man, I didn't say your name. I just said, See that? Josh,
All right. Let's go to these comments.
That's right. Get going, man. You can't keep up.
What's exciting about this is that the industry is excited about this move.
Yeah.
I mean, check this out. I mean, we got Mike Carlin from IGL. Josh, congrats. We got Sarah saying thank you to Mike for getting a little goodie bag. We have Megan with the power love. So, and then of course, Sarah, definitely read the label. Everybody's like, Jody, read the label. Yeah. And then we got Josh is looking good in that shirt. Yes.
I kind of like blue.
That's right. You're looking good in the blue. So, yeah, I think that in general, and I want to key in on there, Mike. I'm glad you said something, Mike Carlin, because this is where the industry collaborates, right? You've got IGL, you've got Car Candy. We do a lot of these trainings. Part of the detailers of the roundtable, and we do these trainings, and sometimes there's two chemical companies there, and that's okay. We had a training, and it's the first time I've ever been able to do this, but we actually had a training last year, and we were able to have Flex and Rupes at the same training. Yeah. We got it approved, and they were able to be at the same training, and that's the first time that's ever happened. And I think that is the key to some of this, is getting people to collaborate and understand that everybody might have these 5 products, but somebody has a really good product over here and somebody has a really good product over here. And that's okay. And there's enough products. I've never been in a shop in my entire life, and I could be wrong, but I've never been in a shop in my entire life where they had one brand of product and one brand of product only. Even when you go to an automotive repair shop and they are a Pennzoil certified shop, they're going to have some other products in the shop besides Pennzoil, because that's just how it works. So that's one of the things I do appreciate about everybody that I've met at the Car Candy family. You guys are all willing to work with other people. You always have been, Josh. You're one of the just great ambassadors for the industry. You kind of stay out of all the BS and, keep your nose clean and all those things your mama told you.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, there's
so
no
you've
sense
been
we
in
can't all
this.
play well together.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted. What'd you say there?
There's no sense we can't all play well together.
Yeah. So you've been in the industry a minute, right?
Yeah.
So, and you're making this huge move to Car Candy. What is so exciting that you see, not only with Car Candy but in the industry as a whole, that's really like changing the game for detailers?
So for Car Candy specifically, it's the team. I mean, you look at Mike and Kristen and Megan and Ashley and Anthony, and it's like, they're awesome people. We all align together. We all have the same vision. And industry-wide is pretty much the same thing. It's the people.
Yeah.
When we kind of all learned that, we're not really all competition, we're kind of in this together. I think that's really when this industry started taking off.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've thought a lot about our podcast a couple weeks ago with Rain and Rashid from Angel Wax. And we were specifically talking about how to weather the upcoming winter, because how many times, and I'm already seeing it on the forums, how am I going to get business? How am I going to survive? Right. And one of the big takeaways from that was both of those guys have figured out a way to collaborate with like-minded, like-hearted detailers that come in and help them on projects and vice versa. Sometimes they travel to their location. And I think that's, to your point, when you can really recognize that there's a place for everybody, and a lot of times you're complimentary. I mean, you look at RoadFS Detail Boogie. Part of the reason why we're now a family is because we had such a great relationship with Dustin Jackson, right? We were always kind of collaborating, bouncing ideas, and the stars aligned where, we ended up bringing on Detail Boogie, and it's been exciting, right? We've Rod and I have been trying to figure out, all right, how do we blend? How do we keep separate? How do we move both products forward? Because we feel like both of our softwares address different parts of the market better than the other. And so it's created this really great opportunity for us to better serve our customers. And I think that's what, when I look at the team of Car Candy, it's all about elevating the industry as a whole.
Yep. Yeah, and it really is. I mean, Megan's going to be the IDA president next year. I mean, you can't get more in depth in the industry than that. I mean,
no,
the amount of time she dedicates to the industry is incredible.
Yeah. It's crazy, and I think that's going to be a really awesome not that there has not been a president that I can think back that hasn't had a good tenure, but Megan's been involved in it for so long. I think actually I looked at one thing and I saw some baby pictures of Megan, and she actually had an IDA logo when she came out. It was like there was a towel or maybe it was a blanket, but it was IDA from the very beginning. I'm not sure, but I think that's what really makes. There's a lot of really cool things happening. I've had 3 or 4 meetings in the last couple of days of some big things that are coming and happening. And I think that's what keeps me excited about it is all of the positive changes that are happening.
Yeah.
So you guys have some things going on. And, with Megan taking over the IDA, I've had some really good meetings with the IDA. Had a great meeting with the detailers of the roundtable yesterday. Had a really good meeting with Josh from the ADA, just all kinds of really cool stuff happening. And so I'm excited for this upcoming year. But I think the cool thing, and I thought about an analogy a second ago, and when Jody was talking about RoadFS and Detail Boogie, it's kind of the same thing with automotive products, right? They're close, but they're not the same. So you've got acid-based wheel cleaners and non-acid-based wheel cleaners. They don't do exactly the same thing. They're different, but they're almost the same.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the good analogy of the industry. Everybody's got a little different twist, right? I mean, you might focus on classic cars, and really get into the old stuff, and that's your passion and your what you want to do. And somebody else is like, I love the new cars and the little tiny European cars. And I think that's why there's so much of a diversity in the industry and so much room for people to play. The paints are so different. It's hard to imagine what's coming next. But if you look at like Bob Rossman and look at the history of paint all the way back to the early turn of the century, paints have changed so much. And so we have to keep up with those changes. I mean, it's just getting thinner and thinner and thinner. It's like my hair. It just keeps getting thinner.
What hair?
Hey, there's some up there. I may dye it.
Your hair is like Tesla paint.
Yeah, I may dye it pink like Jackie Orlando. I may dye it pink for MTV just to look different,
Well, let's go to the comments real quick because we got a lot. So,
a lot of comments.
Buff and Tony, amen, Josh. My favorite people are all across the industry, competitors included. I love that. And then we got Buff and Tony. Shout out to Sarah and Robin at RoadFS, 2 of our favorite people as well.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And then Joel Palm, congrats, Josh. The ride will be fun. Yes. Joel, dude, I got to say, Joel is one of the – I mean, you talk about a guy that is an ambassador for all brands. Joel is – man, he just has a way of cheering everybody on. I love him. Mike Carlin, as leaders in the industry, if we don't collaborate, we are creating the division between detailers. I love that sentiment.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
If we as the leaders can't collaborate and play nicely, then, dude, that sends a strong message. And then Megan, love you guys.
We love you too.
And then Joel gave us a big, long. All right, there's so much happening in bringing not just people together, but also industries that cross. Well, that's a good point. It's time to get off your hands, make the growth impact everyone. If you don't participate, you'll be left behind. Trust me, I know. So
you do know.
Yeah.
So you do know. And I want to talk specifically for 1 second to Mike Carlin. Okay, and this is, some of you might not want to understand this, but if you go on Facebook, you figure it out. Mike, your wife is right. You need to buy the 4-wheel drive hearse. You need to buy it. It's either that or a green fire truck. I don't care which, but that hearse is cool. Buy it.
Buy it now.
Back to your regularly scheduled program. So that's what I think is so cool about this, is meeting different people in different industry areas and how they deal with stuff. How the guys in California deal with the weather and this time of the year versus the guys that are in Florida versus the people in the Midwest where it's an ice block and you're basically doing interiors and salt removal off the bottom of cars. But it's a different marketing strategy, right? So somebody that lives in you cannot have somebody that lives in Southern California and somebody that lives in Maine, for instance. They can't do the same things in the winter. So there's different things you can do, and that's why there's different products. Some things are going to remove that brine better than some salt better than that. So
I love. Sorry, going back to the Monster hearse. Yes, definitely buy that Monster hearse. And then Mike's like, "Ah, Ron, come on, man."
hey, I've been trying to talk my wife into buying a fire truck for years, and she's like, "Why do you want a fire truck?" And I'm like, "I don't know, because I'm a 4-year-old little boy and they're fun."
It'd be cool.
Oh yeah. So
When I think of the hearse that what's his face used to drive in from
Doug Reed.
Icon
Doug
Reed,
Reed.
MD, Doug Reed. I was like, that was fun. I mean, it caught your attention, and it would be cool to drive a big old hearse down the road. I remember when I worked at KOFY in San Francisco, we had a super long 56 Cadillac that was pink. And it was so fun to drive because everybody turned their heads. It was awesome. But taking turns in San Francisco, that was a little tricky.
Yeah. I can't imagine you sitting in a 56 Cadillac. You'd look like a 4-year-old.
I did.
In his defense, we all look like 4-year-olds in a car that big.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude,
that's
it was
true.
crazy. You want to know another funny story, true story? So when I was in high school, I was a little dude. I mean, little. I was 4'8" and 85 pounds all the way up to like 10th grade. And I got my driver's license, and I kid you not, the very first day that I get to drive my dad's big old Ford truck, I get pulled over by 2 cops, and they both come up, and I roll down my window, and I'm literally sitting on a telephone book to elevate me, right? And he goes, young man, we have a bet. I go, you do? He goes, yeah, we have a bet that you're not old enough to drive. So I gave him my driver's license, and the guy goes, yeah, that's 20, bud.
Yeah. Yeah, see, and that Jodies are always wholesome. I got pulled over by a cop twice when I was 10 years old for riding dirt bikes down the middle of the street in Pocatello, and they escorted me back to my house.
Oh, that happened too.
So there you go. Yep. So you're going to be the Car Candy team just keeps growing. It just, man, you guys are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I think that's really awesome. I got a question. Just popped into my head, but how long has Car Candy been an actual product on the market with products?
If my memory serves me correct, I believe 2005.
Yep. So like 20 years. But it seems like in the last couple of years, you guys have just taken off. I mean, you know, and you know, shout out to Ashley for the vision to see all that happening and get involved in it and to bring in the right people. I think that's a huge thing. It's the right people doing the right things. And I know that, you know, Joel LaPalme's pumping his fist right now because that's a huge thing, is to have the right people in the areas doing the right things. And that just, man, it seems to flow like butter when you do that. And, you know, that's kind of like our experience so far this year of owning Detail Boogie and having Jackie and Mitch, the people that are behind that. It's taken its own little path, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, yeah, the products need to be good, but I mean, you get the right team together, and man, you can take some things over. And guess what? We're coming to take some things over.
That's right.
Well, and I'll let Megan just clarify 2010.
Okay.
And you know, maybe what we're trying to do is we're trying to give him as many questions about Car Candy as we can because we know he's not going to have the answers. But Josh is just too cool under pressure to deal with that.
Well, I think there's a lesson in there for everybody, right? Before 2018, 2020, had you really heard of Car Candy? Probably not too much, right? They spent years building their product, building their brand, their image. And it's like, I think a lot of times we in business, as business owners, we want it to go faster. But there's this foundation that you have to put into place. And then all of a sudden, all the building blocks are in place. And all of a sudden you see this explosion of market recognition, of new customers and all this stuff. And it's because it's built on the foundation that you've laid. And it's like what Ashley and her family did for years. They were building that. And then all of a sudden you bring in somebody dynamic like Megan, and she starts building out this team that really allows you to catapult forward. And I think that's what I've seen in the evolution of Car Candy and even in our own brand, right, over the last 3 to 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about the team you put around you. I mean, even my personal business, we weren't huge in the first 2-3 years. It took 15 years to build it. You got to be patient.
I think that's
when it comes though. That's when you got to jump. I mean, when you're at that point where you're getting ready to explode, you've got to jump.
Yeah, you have to be in the right time point, but you also have to be open to those opportunities, because sometimes those opportunities don't just jump out of the woodwork. We this year alone have taken on several. So we bought Detail Boogie in January, and that was literally something that happened fast. We bought another company just October 1st outside of the automotive industry. So, and we've owned another product. So we have we're in like 3 or 4 different industries with software, but the Detail Boogie thing happened literally, Jody is saying, because of, a relationship, but it happened because I texted Dustin Jackson as a joke. I literally texted him and I said, "Hey, dude, when are you going to sell me Detail Boogie?" And he was sitting on a plane, and he said, "You will not believe it. I was sitting there thinking, what am I going to do with Detail Boogie now that I'm, part of IGL USA, that I purchased it?" And so he called me up. He's like, "Dude, call me," and called me up immediately and was like, I want this product to go. He's very passionate about the product. And that's one of the things I love about Dustin, is he's passionate about the product continuing to evolve. He didn't want it to just die off. And I think that's the same thing I see in Car Candy and with Joel and Mike Carlin and Dustin with IGL and with the Angel Wax team. It's all these companies that are passionate about the products and the services they have working and making people's lives better. And I think that is the key. If you could take one thing away from, business, it's if you're passionate about your customers doing really well, you're going to do well.
Absolutely.
If you're more concerned about your own pocket, that's not going to happen very well at all.
Yeah. I mean, and those that know me, money has never once in my life been a driving factor for me, ever. Couldn't care less. As long as I'm having fun doing what I'm doing and I'm helping people, that's really all I care about.
Would you say that attitude has made it easier for you to weather difficult times?
It has. It really has. Because, I mean, when you're not, yes, we all want to make money. We all want to succeed. But when it's not your motivating, driving factor, when times are slow and times are tough, it's less stress on you. I mean, it's always stress, but.
Yeah.
But it actually, and I know people have said that all the time. They say it every day. You probably see something like that. It's really hard, I think, for people to actually take a step back.
Yeah.
So take a step back and actually think about that, and think about, what you do in situations when it involves money. The advice you used to get all the time was, if you can afford this, you want to buy this because you'll get there. But that's wrong. That's so wrong. My father, once we were talking about buying houses or something, and he's like, if there are 3 houses, there's this bottom one, middle one, and upper, and you can afford the middle one, but it's going to stretch you. I mean, the top one, buy the middle one. Mm-hmm. You're going to be more comfortable, and you can always turn it later. And I think that's the kind of the American problem, is that we're always trying to keep up with the Joneses, and we're always like, man, I love having this, this fancy car, but man, I wish I had a Ferrari. And, the guy with the Ferrari wishes he had 3 of them, and the guy with 3 of them wishes he had a yacht. And it's like, you enjoy the ride, man. Enjoy where you are at. And I think that's what's hard for people to understand is, when you first started your shop, I'm sure you were passionate about helping your customers and everything, but you never look at it and just go, okay, this is it. This is where I'm going to be forever, but enjoy it while it's there.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. I mean, like I just said, money was never a determining factor in
Yep.
anything I ever did in my shop, ever. I mean, it may have been a determining factor, like, hey, I can't afford this right now, but I mean,
Yeah.
it was never. It was
but I
always
think
trying to do the best I could, pumping out the best product I could, and helping as many people as I could.
yeah, but you said a key word there, right now. You said I
Yeah.
can't afford this right now. And that's okay. It's okay not to be able to afford something right now. It's like one of my kids one time was talking about buying a car. And I'm like, everybody's first car was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that started out with their first car was a brand new car. I mean, you don't just jump out of high school and go Ferrari. It doesn't work that way for 99.999% of the people. We all started out with a piece of crap. My first car, I could pull the steering wheel off while driving it, and you could start it with a screwdriver. So it has to be that stepping stone. But I loved that car. I loved that car. I had it for a very long time. But as you enjoy going along that path, I think those early years help you to enjoy the later ones.
Absolutely.
Jody and I sit there and laugh about the first couple of years we were in business and we didn't have an office. We used to sit around each other's kitchens once a week and talk about how cool it was going to be to have a big company. And then by the time we had a building with 4 or 5 doors, you're going, holy crap! Remember when it was really simple and we had like 4 of us and not 24 of us?
Yeah.
There's new challenges that come along with it. So you guys as chemical company, what is your primary source? And I know the answer to this, but I want our viewers to see it. What is your primary source for testing your products?
Detailers. Everyday detailers like me. I mean, I work for a chemical company, but I still detail cars. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's who we're making product for.
Yeah.
Who else would we have test?
Yeah. And that's the thing is I, it's interesting that people look at Jody and I and we're the podcast guys or we're the software guys or, some people would say that he's that one bald asshole, but I accept all those. I have t-shirts with all those on it. But I think the key thing there is I still work on cars every single weekend, even with my arm on. I've got some great pictures I'm going to post. My 22-year-old daughter pulling the 35-inch wheels off of my Jeep, and she's going to put a lift kit on it, and it's half done. But I'm out there with her. You go to the doctor and you got grease stains all over your medical equipment. And they're like,
Dude.
The thing is people being passionate about what they do, no matter what it is. You look at the pictures of Jody up on his roof. He's doing a remodel right now. And, and I've personally been with you, Josh, when you've been volunteering at an event and you put in just as much passion into the volunteering as you do into everything else. And I love that because I'm the same way, right? Sydney every year had this most fabulous car show on the planet. And we would show up and volunteer, and man, it was a fun day. And those things are awesome. Great. Yeah. And it brings people together. It helps rejuvenate you. It gets you excited. That's what I think SEMA, MTE, the trainings, all that stuff helps bring people together, and it just gets people jacked up about moving forward and doing something good.
Yeah. And when we're all together, that's, our minds are working together. We come away with new ideas, different perspectives, there's nothing better than being with a group of like-minded people that you love.
Yeah, it makes it fun. Well, let's go to the notes. So we got Mike Marine Care replying to Joel LaPalm. Joel LaPalm, you, sir, are correct. I'm bringing our world to the race scene and the race scene to our world. It's unbelievable, but it's happening. And I don't know if you've seen the picture of Mike Marine Care on his speedboat going 200 miles an hour on a boat. I was actually talking to him about that. He goes, on that day, the waves were 8 feet.
Holy cow.
Well, there's pictures of him turning in the air. Like the boat is in the air turning. It's unbelievable. He truly insane. Is a pirate.
Then, Megan, right, throwing Josh a curveball. That's right, baby. We got to throw those to him. Mike Marine Care, you will do amazing. Stay focused and don't be shy to reach for help.
I always reach for help, buddy. That's
Yeah. And then Joel, if you have $1 in your pants, give me a 5 cents and let me earn the other 95 cents. Only way I will do that is by helping you grow. I love that.
Right. That's
Right.
perfect, Joel. Yeah. Keep
So,
going, man. You
actually, I
got
think there's some more. Holy crap. Hi
There's 3
from
more.
Canada. And we
Yep.
got
Paulo.
hi to Paolo. And we got my first car at 16 was an older Ford Maverick. I named it Marvin the Maverick. That's funny.
There you go. There
That's
you go.
awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
we-
everybody remembers their first car, man. I was so proud of my first car. It was a 1965 blue Baja Bug. And dude, I was so proud of that. I spent $950 on it. And that thing was so fun. The bottom was a little rusted out, but dude, I did not care. It was so fun. So
Yeah.
but that's awesome. Well, dude, we're super excited. For those of you guys that are going to be at SEMA, your man, Josh Pierce, is going to be there Thursday and Friday of next week. So swing by the Car Candy booth. If you want to reach out to the brand development director, his name happens to be Josh Pierce. His number is there on the screen, 863-362-5092. And Jay Pierce at carcandy.com for the emails. So, dude, we're super excited for you and the Car Candy family. I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah, I like I said, this is so exciting. I couldn't be more happy. I mean, we're going to kick some butt.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, Rod, any last thoughts before we let this busy man get bouncing?
Nope. Other than because Jody and I aren't going to be there, we may or may not be tapping into some people live at SEMA while they're there, doing some live stuff here in the office or the podcast studio during the week. And like I said, look for Josh and Mike Rhines and Megan and all the Car Candy people. And Mike Rhines is freaking out. He had such a hard time not telling anybody that you were coming on board. So that's good. He gets somebody to geek out with.
And Mike is such a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to teach him how to trim that beard down just a little bit. He's getting a little ZZ top on us.
We have matching goatees.
That's right. That's
there
right.
you go. I love it. That's great. So, guys, please remember to go out and subscribe to the RoadFS Detail Boogie podcast. Dude, it's amazing. We're almost 500 episodes in our podcast. It's hard to believe that we've been doing it this long. And it's really, I mean, it's so much fun because it's really driven with the intent to have conversations that elevate your business, whether you're a detail business owner or a vendor or whatever, right? Because we all get inspired by something that we hear from somebody. And it's just, we love having the conversation. So thank you for being our guest, Josh. I mean, we're excited, super excited.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and
Thanks for
throughout the rest of the year, look forward to a couple of things. One is going to be obviously SEMA next week. We're going to be doing some lives, like I said. After that, we are going to be having some stuff leading up to MTE. So
actually, next Thursday, we will have the first, right? So Alex Russell is going to be our guest. Since we're not going to be at SEMA, we're going to bring Alex Russell on, and we're going to talk about what do they call it?
It's the polishing competition.
Polishing?
And that's the thing. So we're going to talk about that competition. Man, there were so many people excited about it, and it's going to happen again this year. We'll find out if there's any changes or what it's going to be like. And I think that is one of the highlights of that MTE. We always bring Sheldon on before MTE, and then we will build that up coming up to MTE. We have cool guests lined up, and man, I really appreciate everybody that reaches out to us and gives us either suggestions or they just point blank ask us if they can be on the podcast. You're more than welcome to do that.
Love to have you.
We love it. We love the feedback. And you know what we love more than anything is not having space, having somebody get a hold of us and like, I'm sorry, man, we're booked out the next 3 or 4 weeks. So that's great. Keep that going. And just, Josh, thanks for being on, man. And thanks just for being awesome in general.
Before you kick me off,
okay,
you got anything special planned for your 500th episode?
That's a good idea. I hadn't thought about
That's a
that.
big milestone.
Yeah, it is. We don't even, Jody and I, Jody and I are so shiny thing that we'll be like, hey, 500, woo, okay, move on, let's go to 501. So we should probably do something. I don't know what it'll
We're
be.
still
Give
a
us
ways
suggestions.
out.
Give us
Actually, no.
suggestions of what we should do for the 500th episode.
Sorry, I'm wrong. I just looked at the episode
It's almost
count.
600.
We're almost 600.
Oh,
This is 570 is
Okay.
what episode this
So we got a little time. But we should do something. So send us some suggestions, and we will do something really cool for the 500. I know we did one
600.
time.
That'll be summer too. That'll be sometime
Probably
in the
be summertime by the time we do that, and we'll have to do it. We'll be in shorty shorts.
Yeah, maybe we'll have
Shorty shorts and some super white legs kicking out. Woo!
I don't need to see you in any Daisy Dukes, man.
Glitter, some Daisy Dukes and some glitter. Come on, man.
Put some pink boots on you and Daisy Dukes. So that's awesome. So cool, man. All right. So Mike Carlin says, get.
Oh, that's a
some
good
free
idea, Mike.
products
That's a
and
great idea.
give
That is a
away.
great
That
idea.
is a good idea. So
Yep. And actually, I'm going to be doing some of that this spring already. We have another company, and I'm not going to mention who it is right now, but we got some products actually shipped to us. We're going to be giving away some of those in gallons and in quarts. And yeah, we'll talk to all the companies and maybe we'll give away some stuff. We did that one time with Buff and Shine. We gave away hundreds and hundreds of pads, and it was freaking awesome to give somebody a box just full of pads. So, Tony, we'll be hitting you up for that. And, Megan, sorry, Josh already committed products, so you can't do anything about it first week. You can't fire him. You slap his wrist later, but.
So, guys, once again, if you want to connect with Josh Pierce, the brand development director of Car Candy, that is the information. Please remember to go out and subscribe to the RoadFS podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps us elevate. It's been pretty fun to watch it grow. And if you ever want to talk about CRMs, we got 2 options for you, which makes the conversation really fun. And Rod and I just have fun doing what we're doing. And
we just have fun being alive. Yeah. I mean, if you saw Jody and I on any given day, we're talking like Pepe Le Pew and Speedy Gonzalez while putting an engine in a 74 van. I mean, we just have fun being around. So, that's the kind of people we like to hang out with. That's why we like Tony and Josh and Mike Ryans and Sydney Bray Gwen and Megan and all these people that just have positive attitudes. So go out and do something cool this week. And
Buff and Tony pads. I know a guy. I love that. That. All right, so I got to make sure that we're counting down to 600. So this is 570. So we got 30 episodes to go. So that means it's going to be about May probably. So
depends on how many lives we do with SEMA people, but we're not going to do 42 like we did last year. That just about killed us.
Yeah. No. So, and yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll make a last minute ditch over there. I don't know. But right now we're not planning on doing that. So, because I got to get this addition done on my house before it turns snowy. So, but anyway.
Yeah, that's not far away.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for tapping in. It's always a great conversation. Congratulations again. And we will check you guys same time, same bat channel just next week.
Yep.
See ya.
Thanks, guys.